My seventh graders, let's go ahead and knock out this homework. I'm going to solve the inequalities. I'm going to do this really quick. Um, First of all, we see that we have 4x minus 2 is greater than 10. I need to get x by itself and combine these like terms that are on opposite sides. So I'm going to combine negative 2 and 10 by doing the opposite of negative 2. That's how I can get rid of it, which means I will add 2 to both sides. All right. Over here, you see I'm adding 2 to this side and I'm adding 2 to this side. I have 10 plus 2 and that equals 12. I have 2 minus 2 on this side. So that goes away and leaves me with 4x. Now I have to get 4 away from x. Since 4 is being multiplied to x, I'm going to divide 4 away. Whatever I divide from one side, I divide from the other. 12 divided by 4 is 3. And 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I'm left with 1x. My answer is x is greater than 3. All right. I've got number 3 now that I'm going to try to work out with you. All right, so let's do number 3 now. Number 3 says I've got negative 2 over 5b minus 7 is greater than or equal to 21. Once again, I want b by itself, so I got to get rid of this negative 7. I'll add 7 to both sides. As you can see here, I'm adding 7, and I'm adding 7 over here. 7 minus 7 makes 0, so the negative 2 over 5b comes down. Over here, 21 plus 7 equals 28. Now I've got to get rid of this negative 2 over 5. The only thing I can do to get rid of it is to multiply it to a negative 5 over 2, and that's what I've done here. That allows me to go ahead and I'll just demonstrate here. Well, I can reduce here because 2 and 2 are both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 5 and negative 5 are both divisible by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. And now I have a negative times a negative, that's a positive. And now I have a positive b left over. But remember, whatever I multiply to one side, I do the other. Now I have 28 times negative 5 over 2. I could pretend that 28 has a 1 under it. 2 is divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 28 is divisible by 2. 28 divided by 2 is 14. Now I have 14 times a negative 5, and that's negative 70. But notice my symbol over here. When I went ahead and multiplied by a negative number, that causes my symbol to turn around. That's why b is less than or equal to negative 70. Let's move on. Number 4 is for you to do. Number 5 says, for each figure, describe the location of the blue figure relative to the location of the red figure. Well, the blue figure has translated. It has gone over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's gone down 3. So 6 units to the right and 3 units down is my answer. Now let's go to number 7. Tell whether the blue figure is a translation of the red figure. This is definitely a translation. It looks just like this. It just moved. So yes. This doesn't look like translation. It looks like they flipped it upside down. Oh, wait a minute. I don't do number 8. I'm doing number 9. This does not look like translation. If I move this to here, it would not look like this. And this one here does look like translation. It looks like the same exact object moved up here. All right, let's go to number 13. 13 says the vertices of a triangle are L, which is O, 1, and M, which is 1 and negative 2, and then N, which is negative 2 and 1. So it says draw the figure and its image after translation. All right, so it says 1 unit to the left and 6 units up. Well, if we look at this, these were the original figures. We're saying 1 unit to the left. So my left is going to be my x. So I'm going to be minusing 1. And 6 units up will be my y. So I'll take the 1 and add it to 6. All right. Remember, left on the number line goes to my negative numbers. So over here on the graph, this is the original one. Remember, we're going to go left 1, and then we're going to go up 6. All right, number 14 is for you to do. Sorry about that. For some reason, some of the answers were still up there. 14 is for you to do. Now 15, it says the vertices of a triangle are L, which is 0, 1, M, which is 1 and negative 2, and N, which is negative 2 and 1. Draw the figure and its image after translation. They're saying x plus 2. In other words, x is going to be adding 2, and y is plus 3. So if I did this, I'm going to add 2 to 0. 0 and 2 make 2. And then I'm going to add 3 to 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. As you can see, when I do this to every one of the x and y's, my new image is going to be right over here. All right. So we went over 2, right? See here. 1, 2, and up 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, number 16 is for you to do. Once again, too much shown. Number 17, your friend wants to translate a 2 units A, 2 units down, and 1 unit to the left. Explain how your friend can complete the work. Well, if A was 3 and 1, remember we're going 2 units down. That's going to be this side, my Y. So 2 units down is going to be negative 2, and that's probably going to put us at negative 1, right? If I'm on the number line, if I'm at 1 and I go 2 units down, that's 1, 2. And then it says 1 unit to the right. Well, 1 unit to the right is increasing by 1. So my 1's going to be a 2. Or actually my 3 is going to be a 4, I believe. If we see over here, we got 4, and we have the negative 1 that we talked about. Number 19 says translate the figure. Translate the figure 2 units left and 4 units down. If I do that, my new coordinates are going to be negative 3 and 0 for A. B is going to be 0 and negative 1. C is going to be 1 and negative 4. And D, of course, will be negative 3 and negative 5. All right, number 21 says describe the translation of the point of its image. All right, if I describe this, x went, it wasn't negative 8, it's at negative 3 now, so it went to the right 5, positive 5. And if this was negative 4, and this is now 5, well, it went up 9. So 5 to the right and 9 units up. All right, let's go ahead and do number 23. The proposed location of the new oil platform is represented in the coordinate plane by a rectangle with vertices A, which is 1 and negative 3, B, which is 1 and 4, and C, which is 4 and 4, and D, which is 4 and negative 3. Inspector recommends moving the oil platform 4 units to the right and 2 units down. Find the coordinates of the image. Well, we've got 4 units to the right, which is our x. So 1 plus 4 will be 5. And then 2 units down, which is going downward, making more negative. That's going to be negative 5. 4 units to the right will make this 5. And 2 units down will make this 2. 4 units to the right will make this, 8. And 2 units down will make this 2. 4 units to the right will make this 8. And then 2 units down will be negative 5. So there's our new coordinates. Okay? 5 and negative 5, 5 and 2, 8 and 2, and 5 and negative 5. That's what our new image is going to look like. Number 24 is for you to do. 25 says the vertices of a triangle are A, 0 and negative 3, B, which is 2 and negative 1, and C, which is 3 and negative 3. You translate the triangle 5 units to the right and 2 units down. Then you translate the image 3 units left and 8 units down. Is the original triangle identical to the final image explained? Well, yes, you can write one translation to get from one original triangle to the final triangle, which is x plus 2, y minus 10. So the triangles are identical. Well, that was it. The rest of the homework was for you to do. Good luck, and I'll see you in class for grading.